UFC Fight Night, Derek Lewis versus Rodrigo Nascimento just finished up. So I'm gonna be going through just recapping the card really quick. A lot of upsets, a lot of nonsensical fights that just uh starting off JJ Aldrich versus Veronica Hardy. This was a good decision. Veronica Hardy was landing the better, cleaner, harder shots in the first two rounds. She got dropped in round three and controlled for the rest of it. She almost got an inverted triangle, which is pretty sick, but she just kind of, she just lost. It was a it was a fight. I mean, it wasn't bad. When she would throw, she would land good combinations, so I can't be mad about that. But I didn't bet on this fight, so I'm not counting this towards my pick. Um, but next up, Charles Johnson versus Jake Hadley. It went about as good as it went about perfect, basically. I think rounds 2 and 3 were Charles Johnson, and round 1 was Jake Hadley. Round 1 was really close. They both landed some good shots. I think Jake Hadley just landed the cleaner, more effective ones. Round 2, Charles Johnson decided to pick it up, and you know he really did pick it up, and he dropped Jake Hadley in the second round. Was able to do well. He stuffed all of Jake Hadley's takedown attempts. Did what I said he would do. He would stay on the outside. He would pick his shots, land good, land clean. Charles Johnson is really good. He just got a couple of bad decisions. I do want to see Jake Hadley back. I just want to see him against opponents his size who aren't super long, so he doesn't get fucked over every time. But all in all, great performance from Charles Johnson. St. Louis represent. Next up, Billy Ray Goff versus Trey Waters. Here's the thing about this fight. A lot of people are calling this a robbery, and here's the thing. 30-27 is horseshit. I think you can genuinely make an argument for 29-28. I think if you can argue the second and the third rounds for Trey Waters because he was whipping Goff's head around. He was landing good shots. The first round I thought was Billy Ray Goff's because he hurt him and he was just pouring it on him at the end. I thought he clearly won that round, but I guess the judges did have some questionable decisions, as we're going to get on to the next one. Some very questionable decisions, but all in all, it was a great fight. One fight of the night. Fucking war. Dog fight. And I think it showed another level of skill of Billy Ray Goff that we haven't seen. He was able to outland Trey Waters. And I was just thoroughly impressed from both of these guys. I was thoroughly impressed from both. And great fight, great performance from both. People like to say it was like no skill, but they did gas. They did gas, but they showed a lot of heart, and that impressed me. So great fight. You can make an argument for Billy Ray Goff winning, but I think in rounds 2 and 3, Trey Waters probably got it. When they said 30-27, I was really thinking that they gave it to Billy Goff, but I don't think it was a robbery. Maybe not. I don't think 30-27 should have been. If it was going to be anything, I think it should have been like 29-28, maybe a split decision. I figured one of the judges would have given it to Billy Goff, but can't be too mad. Great performance, great fight. No gas tank though. They have no gas tank. Next up, Tabitha Ritchie versus Tisha Pennington. Pennington got fucking robbed. I don't know how she didn't win this fight. She cannot catch a break. Piecing up Tabitha Ritchie the entire fight. Piecing her the fuck up. Beating her head off. Fucking smacking her around. And then she gets robbed 29-28 in the scorecards because Ritchie is younger and I guess hotter. It's fucking horrible decision. The judges they had some bad calls. This was a terrible decision, but thank God the next one didn't have to go to a decision. Terrence McKinney versus Esteban Ribovic. This, I got it right. I started out 4-0 on this card. Honestly, we're not going into that one yet. That one made me so fucking mad, and I'm so sad. Veronica Hardy. I was gonna pick Veronica Hardy, but it's like I'm not confident enough in looking at this fight to bet on it, so I'm just gonna let it go. Esteban Ribovic. McKenny was doing all right early. He was landing that jab good. Eventually, they got in a clinch situation where Esteban Ribovic lands a combination, and McKenny tries to do a lean back check hook, but Ribovic didn't follow through with a punch. He followed through with a head kick, and it landed flush shin to chin and slept McKenny out cold. In 37 seconds, that is a statement performance. Esteban Ribovic, he's real, man. He's here, and he's calling his shots, dude. He's not here he's not here to, fuck around. He's here to fucking kick ass and take names. And Terrence McKenny, you just got your name taken. Next up, Vyacheslav Borshev versus Chase Hooper. The kickboxing champion Borshev got dropped by Chase Hooper. Chase Hooper's first knockdown was the kickboxing champion. I don't want to go into this. Vyacheslav got dropped. He got his ass beat in the first round. 10-8, arguable 10-7. Second round, he got taken down immediately with no resistance. Got completely controlled. First off, Chase Hooper's really fucking good on the ground. Really, really fucking good on the ground. But beat the fuck out of Borshev. He got a hold of a Darce choke. Borshev tapped him, trying to find the hips to push away the hips, and the ref thought he tapped. I didn't think he tapped, but it should have been stopped sooner. He got his shit kicked in. It makes me so sad because I fucking love Borshev and his fighting style, but he has no chin, dude. He has no chin. It's just so sad to see. I got this fight wrong. This was just so sad to see. Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Robelis Despain. Robelis Despain can't grapple. I'm going to leave it at that. Next up, Sean Woodson versus Alex Caceres. A lot of people called this fight a robbery. I didn't think it was a robbery. One thing I will say is the judges were all over the place on the scorecards. I thought it was a close fight. You can argue with Caceres. I thought Woodson got round 1 and 2. You could definitely argue round 2 and 3 for Caceres. One judge gave it 30-27 Woodson, and all 3 judges gave the third round to Woodson for some reason when it was a very clear Caceres round. I don't know what they were smoking. I want some of it, but they were on some shit tonight. And man, Jesus. 30-27, and all of them gave round 3 to Woodson. You can give rounds 1 and 2 to Woodson, yeah, sure. Round 3? And all of 3 rounds? No. Yeah, they were fucking... A lot of questionable calls. Next up, Diego Ferreira versus Mateusz Rambecki. Man, this one was really, really upsetting. Rambecki started out strong, started out fast, dropped Diego Ferreira bad in the first round, put on the pace. He could not keep it up, dude. He made a lot of decisions that I just don't understand. He just wasn't, going for the low kicks as much as I thought he should. He wasn't. His head was kind of stiff. He wasn't moving his head as much as I expected him to. And man, I'm just All my favorite prospects are just getting fucking obliterated, dude. Rounds 2 and 3, he just got his ass whooped. Ferreira, looking great. Just put a pace and started kicking his ass. It is what it is, man. Oh man, I was so hoping he would win because I wanted him to fight Mateus Gamrot and fucking knock him out so we could have a better Mateus in the lightweight division, but it doesn't. Ferreira got his get back on the Mateus, and now he's coming for you, Mateus Gamrot. You best be afraid. Next up, Alonzo Menafield versus Carlos Ulberg. I'm really glad at the last second I switched to Carlos Ulberg. I'm really, really glad I switched to Carlos Ulberg at the very end of it. Because I was like, no, this guy fucking lost to Kennedy Nzechukwu. How do you do that at this point? And I was really thinking about picking Menafield, but I was like, nah, never mind. Thinking about it, Ulberg is actually just better. And I was fucking right, dude. Menafield rushes in for like a fucking ape, just rushes in. That's not a thing about his skin. It's a thing about his intelligence. Because he just rushes in, winging punches. Ulberg clips him, drops him, and then as Menafield's standing back up, lands a left hook that drops Menafield and puts him out. He did stand back up, but it put him flat on his back, so the ref stopped it. Ulberg gets a 12-second knockout. What the fuck? Great win from Ulberg. I was really worried. I was really doubting him, but he genuinely has made strides since the Nzechukwu fight, and I just don't think he's as I don't think he's as impatient and as aggressive as he once was, and I think that benefits him. I think he's a great counter-punching style. His check left hook is one of the best. Pereira has the best left hook. Carlos Ulberg has the best check left hook. He's very good at, setting that check left hook up. And he didn't even need it this time. He just threw the left hook like how it was, and it was enough to put out Alonzo Menafield. Man, dude. I kind of feel bad for Menafield, but it's hard to feel bad when you do fucking dumb shit like that. Glad I didn't pick him, though. Next up, Joaquin Buckley versus Nursultan Ruziboyev. I got this one right. People were worried about Buckley. They were saying, oh man, Buckley, they're trying to get Buckley killed out here. Buckley kicked his fucking ass. One judge scored it 29-27. One judge gave that third round a 10-9. This judge right here scored it 30-26. That's the most right. Buckley did good, had good movement, great takedowns, was able to control Ruziboyev easily, good ground and pound, winning soundly. Puts together a 3-punch combination, drops Ruziboyev. He gets back up. He takes Ruziboyev down as it manages to get mount, and he just starts beating his ass. There's just a skill gap between welterweight and middleweight, it seems. Joaquin Buckley has that welterweight skill, it seems. Nursultan Ruziboyev has that middleweight skill. This man... Ruziboyev, go back up to middleweight and fight Gerald Meerschaert. Just go back up to middleweight, dude. You're killing yourself. Actually, he seemed to have made the weight pretty easy. He made championship weight, so just go back up to middleweight, dude. You're better than them. You're better than a lot of the middleweights. Just go back up there and fight those guys. Next and finally for our main event, Derek Lewis versus Rodrigo Nascimento. Let's fucking go, Derek Lewis. Oh, let's go, Derek Lewis. Started out worrisome. They were doing grappling exchanges, but Derek Lewis doing what he does best. Anytime someone goes for mount on him, he just says, my balls is hot, and he gets back up. And then in the second round, he starts putting together combinations on Nascimento. He gets taken down, but he doesn't get taken down. He shoots in for a takedown, fails it, and then gets his back taken. But he starts landing combinations on Nascimento, and then in that third round, says, "What if I throw a jab overhand?" Throws the jab overhand. It lands flush on Nascimento, and he puts him out for the knockout victory. Derek Lewis, the Black Beast, is back. Let's go. All in all, in terms of entertainment, it was actually a really good card. This was a good fight. Johnson dropped Hadley. Dog fight. Pennington won by piecing her the fuck up. Don't care what you say. Crazy good head kick. Chase Hooper is genuinely the GOAT. This one wasn't that good. But Robelis Despain can't wrestle, so it fucking Jesus. Waldo Cortez Acosta's the GOAT. Alex Caceres versus Sean Woodson. Actually a good fight. I'll say it was a good fight. This was a good fight. I don't want to talk about that one. That one makes me sad. Crazy good knockout. Fucking star-making performance from Buckley. This is what should have happened during the Luque fight. A great win from Buckley. And a great knockout from Derek Lewis at the end. What's crazy? So, Billy Goff and Trey Waters, bonus. Carlos Olberg, Alonzo Menafield, bonus. Diego Ferreira, Mateus Rebecki, bonus. Derek Lewis doesn't get a bonus. Chase Hooper doesn't get a bonus. Esteban Ribovic doesn't get a bonus for his crazy fucking head kick. I don't know why they got... Olberg getting his bonus, understandable. 12-second knockout, I can get it. Ferreira getting the bonus over Ribovic, I don't agree with. That was a crazy flatline KO head kick. But all in all, it was a fucking fantastic fight card. And we have to go to this next week. Yeah, this is next week, by the way. This is fucking next week. Whoopee. I'm just gonna appreciate this while I can. And no, I'm just gonna start game planning for asking this girl out. So we're just gonna do what we do best. Not talk to women and scheme. But all in all, great fight card. Fighter rate on a scale of 1 to 10? About an 8. I think this was an 8 fight card. I think this was an 8 out of 10 fight card. Could have been better, but still great. Would watch again. But that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed the card. Have a good day.